title. Well, therefore, since he did officially beat him, everybody got to keep their title shots. So what we end up doing at the end of the night, we're going to have a 4-on-4. We're going to have an 8-man tag team match. Well, as it's about to start, all of a sudden the New Day comes out and inserts themselves into it with the League of Nations. So now it's 7-on-4 for whatever reason, nobody knows. Good long 8-man tag team. Well, I say 8-man. Let's make it an 11-man tag team match, I guess. Good long match, good action. Ends up the bad guy team, the heel team ends up winning. The numbers game comes into play. They end up winning in the post match. Ambrose gets the crap kicked out of him. Reigns gets the crap kicked out of him. And at the end of the night, Ed, Raw ends on a pretty cool note with the League of Nations and the New Day all standing in the ring together, hands raised in victory. And as we get ready for TLC in just 2 short weeks, the deck is definitely stacked against our face challengers at this point, which is good. That's how it should be. You know, you want the good guys to be chasing down the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what you want. So it was actually it was a cool visual to end Raw. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I thought it was actually a better Raw than what we've seen lately. It was a decent Raw this week. And the numbers apparently reflect it because after last week's record low viewership, the Raw numbers did start to go up some this week.
Oh, good.
Now, can some of that be attributed to the fact that it was Baltimore and Cleveland in Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Maybe that helped. But I will give them credit. I thought it was a better show than what we've seen for at least about 3-4 months.
Oh, well, that's good.
So solid Raw. Go Home Raw coming up this Monday, and then next Sunday will be TLC tables, ladders, and chairs. Right now, your world title match is Reigns versus Sheamus in a table, ladders, and chairs match.
Nice. And if we could go back and do Watch 4 right now, I would go back and make it that I would want to watch Nick Offerman drinking Lagavulin whiskey in a 45-minute Yule log video. Because Nick Offerman is amazing. But that's not what we are doing here.
Real quick, Nick Offerman did make a totally sweet cameo appearance in last week's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Was it hilarious?
It was. He was a former lover of Captain Holt.
Of course he was.
So he played a gay.
Of course. A very
Not
strong.
that there's anything wrong with that.
No. Who better?
But absolutely, he and Andre Brower played fantastic off of each other. It was very funny.
Oh, amazing.
Very funny.
Oh, well, that was a very funny way to end the podcast tonight. And we will be back with more next week when it'll just kind of be me here. Stay tuned next week. We'll have a mega So Raw, though, coming at the end, where Wes goes on and on and on about Survivor Series and the WWE. If you thought he was restrained last week, there's a reason. Because we bottled up all that rage and we unleashed it. And you will get to hear those contents next week while he is on a cruise. So,
and I prefer to call it special assignment.
Yes, excuse me, special assignment in the Caribbean. So I will be recapping what happens this week's Premier League and getting you guys caught up on next week's Champions League matches, as it is the final week of Champions League play in the group stage. And I'll be giving track of what's going on there, and then Wes will be back the next week to fill in the gaps. But thank you guys for listening to us here on episode 83. This podcast, of course, presented by NGSC Sports and NGSCSports.com, where we never stop. Find us on Twitter at AFAPod. You are?
At Wes Bradshaw 21.
I'm at Edward Green. Find us on social media, also via All New Sports Show. You can also we would like to give a big thanks, I should say, to the iTunes Music Store, Spreaker.com, Stitcher Radio, the iHeartRadio. God, I keep forgetting all these. The TuneIn Radio app, and everywhere else you can listen to this podcast. And mostly, we'd like to thank you for listening to us week in, week out here on a Foreign Affair podcast. So, Wes, anything else to add before we get out of here?
Ed, the one drawback to my super sweet Caribbean vacation coming up, special assignment. My beloved Rocky Mount Griffons this Friday play in the Eastern Regional Final of 3A football. With a win, Ed, they will advance to their first state championship game since 1977. That's right, 5 years before I was born. And Ed, I will not be privy to see any of it. And also not to be left out, Southwest Edgecombe, who is actually the school closest to me in our area. I love doing games at Southwest because I'm home in 10 minutes. They as well are playing in the Eastern Finals this week. So Ed, for us who usually, we may get one team going this far each year. This year to have two teams that far, it was a great playoff run for our viewing area this year.
It's something special, and I'll be at Kinston Friday night to watch Southwest Edgecombe and see if they can make it to the state finals. And
I will be in Savannah, Georgia. So Friday
night. I will be filling up Twitter. So that'll do it though here for the A Foreign Affair podcast. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Join us again next week for what will be a little bit of a different experience. For now though, enjoy your Premier League weekend and keep working on that turkey, everyone.
Good night, Endor.
We love you, Endor. Never gonna make Euros, but we love you.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on NGSCsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis for all things sport. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, iTunes, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, head to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports.